If you've ever had this feeling that something was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was, then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. As I covered last night, witches and Satanists will be gathering tonight at midnight to put on a binding spell not only against Donald Trump, but against Trump supporters, which means people out there who might not have the armor of God on them. So prayers need to be sent to fight against this spiritual warfare. It has nothing to do with your political stance. It has to do with being a Christian and knowing that our enemy of this world are these Satanists, are these witches who use spiritual warfare against Christians and against weak-minded people out there who do not believe in Jesus Christ. Now what we're seeing is some celebrity activity coming forward. Lana Del Rey, who just released a song a few days ago, which has millions and millions of views. She has a huge following, apparently, of watered-down, mentally dumb people who follow this false idol. She is calling on witches and encouraging more witches to stand up tonight at midnight to cast a spell on Trump and his supporters. She posted a tweet, even admitting what she is. You could see the pose with her hand showing she's a witch. She says, at the stroke of midnight, February 24th, March 26th, April 24th, May 23rd, ingredients can be found online. Like I said, they'll be doing it every single month until Donald Trump is quote-unquote no longer in office. Of course, I understand people take this as a joke, just like this article here says, double, Donald's in trouble. It's playing a joke on, double, Doyle, stupid witchcraft spells you see in movies, which make people think they're not real because they fictionalize this stuff, but it is truth. And Lana Del Rey openly letting you people know that she is a witch. So this is something, where I've done video after video talking about Gaga, Beyonce, all these people being high-ranking witches, and people call us insane and crazy. Well, here you go. Here's somebody who has a huge following, who's openly admitting to being a witch, who's openly admitting to putting on spells on the masses, and people still think it's a joke. It shows you the mental capacity of our society who thinks everything is a joke and nothing's real. Well, the joke, is going to be on all of them when the trumpets sound. That's who the joke's going to be on. It says this binding spell, which is put on Trump to stop him from doing harm and to banish him from office, will also be put on his supporters. Like I said yesterday, the objects will be tarot cards, bowls of water, salt, all sorts of stuff. But I guarantee you they will be doing human sacrifice, animal sacrifice rituals as these witches and Satanists do. Listen to this. This new information that's come out. It says mass rituals have been planned in multiple covens during which men and women will perform a spell to bind Trump and all those who would be at him by delivering a chant and holding a brief ceremony. This is not an exclusive witches-only event. Okay, I said that yesterday, that people who are quote-unquote liberals are going to be showing up at this, not being aware of witchcraft and Satanism, and they're going to be indoctrinated with it. That is a huge danger. Think about how many people out there think that this Republican Democratic thing is real and can't stand Trump. How many women are going to show up and they're going to say, oh, this is real. Oh, these are nice, normal people. And they're going to start putting spells on. They're going to be indoctrinated with witchcraft. Even young children will be brought to this. It says Wiccans, shamans, heremetics, cunning folks, sorcerers, sorceresses, hoodists, occultists, magicians, ceremonialists, ritualists are also invited and urged to take part. They left Satanists out. Of course they do, because they have to continue to trick people into thinking that Satanists are really atheists, that the devil's not real, so they won't mention Satanists. But I guarantee you they're involved. They're probably behind the scenes doing the human sacrifice or animal sacrifice rituals that will be occurring. And all you got to do is take a look at this Lana Del Rey, who is clearly a Satanist. You can see the all-seeing eye symbolism she does, holding the hand over the eye. You can see her doing the shh, which I've talked about and exposed. Okay, that's their vow of silence that they take. In the occult, they take a vow of silence to never reveal these secrets that they've learned, which is ultimately that Lucifer is the god of the earth, that's the one that they worship, and their job is to deceive the masses into worshiping Lucifer. You can see her doing the devil horns, sticking her tongue out. That's two symbols in one, representing paying homage to Satan. You could even see her doing the Baphomet, pointing up to the sky, symbolism, the as above, so below crap that they believe in, the esoteric nonsense that these people worship. So this Lana Del Rey has tons and tons of stuff, even showing pictures of her with a tweet that she made. It says, "Thank you, Mr. Brainwash." And she's got two butterflies in her hair, showing that she's a monarch slave. You know, she's been put under Project Monarch, MK Ultra mind control. No surprise there. See her on a magazine cover with a cat over her eye. More all-seeing eye symbolism, using the cat as well, referencing witchcraft. Because black cats are used in witchcraft. Doesn't mean if you have a black cat that the cat's evil. But they do use these cats and these animals. You could see a lot of witches who are posting stuff on Twitter, on Facebook, all around. Witches, we need you. I mean, they're literally putting out, 100 years ago, if they're putting signs up saying, witches, let's get together, people would run them out of town. How many times do I have to say that? Now look how the world has been flipped upside down. And people are seeing this stuff and they're laughing. Witches, we need you. The television has destroyed people's brains. The mainstream media has destroyed people's brains. That's all there is to it. And like I said, the spell, which they actually released, or at least one of the spells are going to be saying publicly, is also calling against Trump supporters. So not just Trump. And that's why I'm saying this is urgent. For those of you who say, well, Trump's one of them, which I'm somebody who believes that both sides are fully controlled. But that's just my opinion. But for those of you who are just, whatever your take is, there's Trump supporters out there that are going to be under spiritual warfare. So we have to make sure that prayers are said for those people as well. And they should be praying themselves for spiritual protection. It says at the end of the chant, which I won't repeat what the exact chant is. It's supposed to be repeated 3 times and then they blow out a candle. It says that the people who are chanting it need to be visualizing Trump blowing apart into dust or ash. I mean, unbelievable. Isn't this some type of threat? Can these people be arrested for threatening the president of the United States of America? I mean, I know we couldn't even speak against Obama when he was in office. FBI was showing up at people's doors. They're saying they want to blow him up to ash. We had Madonna say she wanted to blow up the White House, and nothing's going on. It's a complete joke. Witches are then going to be ordered to ground themselves after the ritual before disposing of the candle. This will be just the first of the monthly rituals, with one scheduled to take place every Friday of the crescent moon until President Trump is out of office. So the crescent moon will be involved. What a surprise. And this also will be running into the spring equinox, which is another, wow, what a coincidence. They say, and while the Witches' March may not have the A-list star power of the Women's March last month, there is one big name joining on the magic, Lana Del Rey. Del Rey posts on her Twitter telling people where to find the things needed for the ritual so they can partake in the fun from the comfort of their own altars in their homes. I mean, I can't even believe I'm reading this stuff. I can, but I can't. Because I'm so used to seeing this stuff. I'm so used to getting fired up over it. But it's just unbelievable how mainstream it's going right now. And that people aren't waking up they should be waking up in the thousands, the hundreds of thousands when they see this stuff. Now, I don't know what other quote-unquote celebrities will be partaking publicly in this, but I guarantee you the Madonnas of this world and all these other ones will be partaking in this mass ritual as all of these witches get together to perform the same spell. They synchronize with one another at the same time around the world. Okay, this is massive spiritual warfare. And when you have someone like Lana Del Rey coming out and admitting she's a witch and nobody blinking an eye, just going, oh, she's a witch, interesting. It shows you that even when I do videos and others do videos exposing all of these mainstream celebrities as being Satanists and witches, and people say, we're crazy, we're crazy. Now you even have one coming out openly admitting to being a witch, openly admitting to putting spells not only on Donald Trump, but the masses. And they still think it's a joke. And they'll still come over here and go, well, it's not real. She's just saying it's kind of like, people getting together to make a statement, to make a point. That's how dumbed down people are. To make a statement and make a point. They're putting on a massive spell. If they were making a statement and making a point, they wouldn't be saying, we're putting on a spell. They'd be saying, let's make a statement, let's march, or let's do something else. They're flat out telling you they're putting on a ritual. A worldwide ritual at that. And that the target isn't only the president of the United States, which, like I said, should be some type of threat against him, but also against anyone out there who supports him, which would be 50% probably of the population in the United States of America, or even worldwide. Trump has supporters. That the spell is going to be directed at them. And I know it's laughable to a lot of people out there who don't want to believe that spiritual warfare is real, that magic isn't real, that black magic's not real. And like I said yesterday, you think they're doing this for fun? They're getting together, they're getting salt, they're getting tarot cards, they're getting, who knows, locks of hair, and they're just doing it because it doesn't work. I've said it a million times. If this stuff didn't work, it would just end, okay? It never ended, it never stopped. Throughout history, we've seen Satanists and witches being cast out. Why don't you hear about it now? Because they realized that it was just going to keep happening if they didn't hide themselves. So they created this matrix which hides them. Then they've used the television and music to indoctrinate people with witchcraft and Satanism, but they've twisted it where it's a mockery in a sense, where they're indoctrinating people, but then when people like myself speak out against it, they go, well, it's just a song. Well, it's just a TV show. Well, it's the Magic Kingdom. It's not a big deal. And the masses, through mind control, have been dumbed down to believe this is fake. But if this stuff didn't work, it wouldn't be going on. It's like, I think I said in one of my first videos, if I got 10 people together and I said, listen, I got something that's going to make us a lot of money. It's going to give us power. I'm going to take a crap on a plate. Then I'm going to set fire to it and watch. You're going to see all this stuff happen. And people are like, all right. And then I do it and then nothing happens. Do you think the next day when I call for the next meeting or a week later when I say, we're going to get together again and try it, that everyone's going to show up and do it? They'd say, it doesn't work. Why are we doing this? There's no point, right? Obviously, it works. Obviously, they see the results of their witchcraft. Okay? This is dangerous stuff. And you know that they worship Crowley and his teachings and Marina Abramovich and the rituals that she puts on. We see the politicians connected to her and the celebrities like Gaga and Podesta and Hillary Clinton. This is real stuff. So at midnight tonight, when they're getting together and they're putting the spell on, there will be human sacrifice going on around the world. There will be animal sacrifice, and there will be other celebrities involved. We'll see if others jump out and show their faces, but nobody will care because Lana Del Rey here is almost like the test. She's testing it out, and nobody seems to care. And it's sad because they're more concerned about the political statement she's making than the fact that she's admitting to being a witch. 100 years ago, she would have been caged, if not worse. Now it's like, oh, she's anti-Trump. Oh, interesting. She's literally telling you she's putting a spell on Donald Trump every month during the crescent moon and that she's a witch. And no one cares. You see why my blood pressure gets so high? You see why I pull the hair out of my head? Maybe I care too much about other people waking up to this deception that's going on. But they're showing themselves. God is revealing this, and they're showing themselves flat out, as they have been for quite some time. And people just are rolling their eyes, not paying attention to it because they're too caught up in their materialistic lives, on their devices, worshiping themselves, making statements on Facebook that are meaningless, trying to get attention, caring about all this stuff that's meaningless, and not seeing the bigger picture here and what's going on. This is spiritual warfare. This is God versus the devil. This is biblical. This is prophecy. And people need to pick up their Bibles and realize that salvation can only be found through Jesus Christ. If you do not find salvation through Jesus Christ, through faith in Christ, you are not saved. You are doomed to hell. And you'll be spending eternity with these same witches and Satanists who perform these rituals. So pick up your Bible, find salvation, read it, and realize the only way to heaven is through Jesus Christ. Be fully armed, folks, with the armor of God today, tonight. We always should be every day, but these are just reminders, okay? When maybe we get caught up in the things of our daily lives, these are reminders that spiritual warfare is real and it's going on. And we need sometimes to be reminded ourselves to stay strong in prayer. This is another one of those reminders. Stay strong in your prayer. Prayers are with all of you and your families. God bless all of you. May peace be with you.